everyone, welcome back to another video, and welcome to my cozy-ish weekend. Today I will be setting up weekly spreads in my bullet journal. We are setting up 2 weeks today, and for the month of August I am doing a Studio Ghibli theme. You can go watch my monthly setup video after you're done watching this one. This video is actually uploaded a few days after I filmed it, and that is because I am back to uni and things got busy and I just got the time slot to edit this now. So this is when I'm uploading it. This is also the reason why I'm setting up 2 weeks in advance, because I don't know how busy I would be, so I thought it would be better to set it up now that I have the time and I don't need to stress when the next week approaches, because I have it all set up and ready to go. Here I'm just outlining the letters at the top with a 0.1 Pigma Micron, but I did go back in with a 0.3 later because I felt like the 0.1 was just a little too thin. The letters were quite big. We are setting up week 3 of August, and I don't count the weeks from like 1 to 52. I know some people and some countries really like to use week numbers, but I don't. The first week of the month is week 1 for me, and the second week of the month is week 2, and so on. It might be interesting to start using the week numbers though. After outlining the letters, I then filled it in with a thicker marker. I really like this bold, thick font right now, and here I just went back in to thicken some of the lines like I've said before. I am drawing more Ghibli characters. They are just so enjoyable to draw, and we are first drawing Calcifer, arguably my favorite Ghibli character. I went to a Studio Ghibli exhibition at the end of July, and I literally like internally screamed because I did not want to disturb others, but I screamed when I saw Calcifer in the house moving castle part of the exhibit, and there was like this crackling sound of fire playing in the background, and it was like magical. Going to that exhibition is actually what made me decide on doing a Studio Ghibli theme for this month. I'm quite sad that these might be the last 2 spreads I'm going to be setting up in this theme, but that's okay. I will still be enjoying using these spreads to the end of August, and I might revisit this theme in the future. The 3 characters I drew were Calcifer, Totoro, and Ponyo, and I repeated the same 3 characters on the other page as well, but in different posts. Then in the top right corner of the spread, I am drawing more Susuwataris. I did say in my monthly setup video that if I don't know what to draw, then I would just fill the space with Susuwataris, so I guess I am staying true to my words. I am drawing these columns with the 0.1 fine liner. There are 6 columns because the last one is going to be split into 2 for Saturday and Sunday. Since this is the first week of a new semester, I think I will have more going on in the weekdays than in the weekend, because I would probably want to relax in the weekend, so these boxes should be enough. And fun fact, I like the look of freehand lines, then lines drawn with a ruler. I don't know why, some parts of my brain just prefers it, and I really like freehanding these lines as well. It's like playing connect the dots in your journal, and it's super fun. I then drew these circles in the top left corner of each box and filled it in with the thicker Pigma Micron. I also filled in the bars at the top, and this is where I'm going to be writing in the date and the days of the week. Someone asked me in my previous video what white gel pen I was using, and it is the Pentel Hybrid Gel Grip. These come in a variety of colors, and it is really good for writing on black paper or any paper. Actually, when you first write with it, it looks quite watery, but then it dries down and becomes super opaque and pretty. In the top left corner, I'm writing down a mini calendar. I like to have a mini calendar on weekly spreads with the week highlighted because it just gives me an overview of I don't know how to explain it. I can see where I am in relation to the rest of the dates in the month, I guess. I hope that made sense. I just find it super useful, and it feels weirdly satisfying to write down as well. The ink smudged a little bit, and I just fixed that with a white gel pen. There's some kind of coating on the paper that makes it more prone to smudging than normal Leuchtturm paper, but it is honestly like not that bad. I'm making like a fuss about it. I filmed a comparison between the paper in this journal and the normal 80 GSM Leuchtturm paper, which will be the next video up on my channel. Give that one a watch if you're thinking of getting a Leuchtturm notebook. We are now setting up the next spread, and for this week I am doing horizontal boxes. It is honestly just an excuse for me to draw on the page on the right. I am drawing big circles this time for the dates, and I really like how that this month I mostly use black pens for the entire setup. It is minimal yet still interesting. After filling in the circles, I wrote the first 3 letters of the days underneath it and wrote the dates in with a white gel pen. A little change of scenery here. I drove all the way to my student accommodation because classes are starting very soon. I know many people are going back to studying around this time of the year, which really marks the end of summer, and for me, the fall semester really hits differently. The weather starts to get colder and colder, and where I live, it's the time of the year where it just rains and rains and rains, and it's cozy vibes all around. And as you work your way through the semester, it gets closer to Christmas and the holidays, and after your finals you get to enjoy the Christmas break where there's celebrations happening everywhere, and there's just something so nostalgic about it. And I guess me romanticizing about it kind of helps me cope with the stress of being a university student. But this is going to be the last time I get to experience the fall semester, as this is my 4th and hopefully final year of university. I am, fingers crossed, graduating in May of next year, which means I have one last semester after this one. But yeah, I'm really excited about graduating. There's of course a little feeling of fear but I am looking forward to life after uni and all the things it's going to bring with it. And I realized that I have not talked about the page I'm working on at all. So yeah, I am drawing Hal and Sophie. I just had to draw them for this theme. How can I not draw Hal and Sophie for a Studio Ghibli theme? I am just doing the outline with the 0.1 Pigma Micron, and the camera angle is a little different because I forgot my tripod at home, so my camera is balancing on a box and some books. I was really careful not to disturb the camera because a little nudge might end in a catastrophe. Hi, hello, welcome to the next day. It was getting quite dark yesterday, so I continued filming the next morning. I did manage to get the drawing done before it got completely dark outside. And today we are continuing with the August week 4 title at the top of the page, and like the previous spread, I did the outline before filling it in with a thicker nib. This time, however, I went in with the 0.3 for the outline straight away because I learned from the previous spread that the 0.1 is just way too thin. The final thing to do is to write in the mini calendar, and I highlighted the week we are on with a pink Tombow. And with that, we are done with the setup. Thank you for setting up these spreads with me today. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to my channel because that would put a huge smile on my face, and I would love to see you in my next video. Have a wonderful day or night. Thank you for watching. Bye!